Hello ladies and gents, and welcome to a special video on Hard West 2. I've just finished the game, and today I'm making a video about two Native Americans. So let's break a camp and let's talk with Deer. So Laughing Deer, he was one of my favorite companions in the game. He was in my main squad, and let's hear his story because I've fully unlocked all the dialogue options. Let's talk about his past.
Something is deeply wrong with you if you think you can just casually ask me about my past. Riding together, even killing together, does not give you that right. Even if I wanted to share my story with you, you could not possibly understand it.
So as you can see, at first he's a bit hesitant to share his past. Let's continue.
You are a stubborn one. Fine, I will speak. I come from the people of the Great Plains. Once, we were free. The horizon was ours, and we belonged to the earth and the sky. Everything was in harmony for generations untold. And then your people came.
Right, so let's click on our second option, which is Companion.
Not enough? You want more? If you think I am angry, you should meet Macaw. His fury at the settlers who invaded our lands knows no bounds. He started a movement that spread among the tribes like a prairie fire. He called for our people to use any means at hand, even the foulest of powers, to drive you out or destroy you for good. The worst of our people flocked to his banner. They called themselves the Shadow Dance. I am no longer proud of it, but for a while, I rode with Macaw and was part of his Shadow Dance. I bled for him, I killed for him, and when he asked me to do something unspeakable, I was all too eager to sacrifice my honor for him.
As you can see, he's got a dark past, so let's explore it a bit further. Option 3. He's ally, sorry.
Have you heard about the great leader Diving Bird? Everyone from every nation respected him, even your people. Rather than call for war, he worked for peace. He inspired people to hope that we might one day learn to put our conflicts behind us. He was a fool. As I said, Diving Bird was a fool. There is no coexisting with the settlers who ravaged our land and slaughtered our people. You are a sickness that will one day poison the very earth. Macaw saw this. So, he sent me to kill Diving Bird. And I did.
Let's click on option 4. He's partner now.
Yes, I actually killed Diving Bird. But once Macaw saw the outrage this act provoked, he denied asking me to do it. Rather than take credit for this great crime and use it to fan the fires of the Shadow Dance, he cowered in fear of retaliation and let the blame fall entirely on my head. So I ran, and I am running still. What I did, killing Diving Bird, at the time, I believed it had to be done. Even after Macaw abandoned me, I still thought it was the right thing to do. Now, I am not so sure. But I cannot change what I have done. I can only try to escape having to pay for it, like any other thief who cannot afford what they have stolen.
So as you can see, he is a murderer, but slowly regret kicks in and he's having some second thoughts about his actions. So let's click on the fifth and final section. He's a friend now.
If there is one thing that riding with you has taught me, Carter, it is that you can only avoid the consequences of your actions for so long. Eventually, death catches up with even the best of us. The most any of us can hope for is to find a good crew to run with. We can all run in the same direction at least. Right up until the end. You can be a heartless asshole, Carter, but you've always done well by me. You have been more loyal than Maka ever was, and I am proud to ride with you. So, let's finish this journey together and find out what lies beyond our horizon. A glorious life, or a glorious death.
And this is the end of it. So as you can see, Laughing Deer is like a best friend, you know, loyal, dedicated. He's got a dark past, but you can really rely on a guy like this. And he was one of my favorites. He was in my squad. He's got a perfect melee capabilities. He can stun the enemy, so I highly recommend playing this character in your main squad. Okay, let's go back, and now let's talk with Cla'Lish. She's also Native American. You can see them both sitting here at the front of the photo. So at the right hand side there is a Laughing Deer, and on the left hand side holding the rifle is Cla'Lish. So let's click on her dialogue options and let's ask about her past. Accomplice, the first one.
I come from the northwest coast, where my people hunted whales and deer. We were prosperous and peaceful, and rarely had any trouble with any settlers. But that was before the Elkrut massacre. One of your wealthy men became interested in our land, rich in trees and pelts. He tricked the local settlers and the army soldiers at a nearby fort into turning against us, providing false proof of our supposed crimes against them. He also bribed a man from another tribe, Singing Fish, to live among us and sow trouble.
Let's click on the second option, companion.
Remember that wealthy trader I was talking about? He kept plotting against us for years. In the end, violence broke out. My people clashed with countless soldiers and settlers. Over 1,000 people died, including most of my family. How did I survive the battle that slaughtered my family? I ran away, leaving my family and friends to die. After wandering lost for days, I found shelter with distant cousins. I was only 10 years old then, and I still remember the smell of blood and gunpowder filling the air.
So as you can see, she's got some a really sad story to tell, that being only 10 years old, she had to witness that massacre. Let's click on the third option, ally.
The conflict became known as the Elkrut Massacre. A newspaper in Seattle sent reporters to investigate, and they discovered what had really happened. That damn fur trader got run out of the area, which I suppose was the smallest possible measure of justice. One day when I was 14, an old man named Naka came to visit my cousins and me. According to my aunties, he was always trying to stir up trouble. And when he saw me, he got the scent of it and refused to let go.
So as you can see, that name Maka comes again. This was the leader of Native Americans who created the rebellion against the settlers, against the white people. Let's carry on. Let's click on partner.
At Maka I was telling you about. He told my cousins that I had spirits inside me. The 1,000 voices dead, he called them. The souls of the people who died in the Elkrat massacre. Just waiting for me to unleash them so they can have their vengeance. The sad part, he was not wrong. Those 1,000 voices dead I was talking about. I didn't want to have anything to do with them. I knew they'd only bring more violence, more death. Rather than wait for Maka to turn my people against me so he could use the 1,000 voices dead for his own ends, I struck out on my own. I became a tracker and a hunter for hire, learning the ways of your people, learning what drives you. I'm still learning.
So she, as a gameplay character, she's got this unique ability to summon these minions. They only last for a couple of rounds before dying, but those 1,000 voices dead, that's very unique, and that's a bit like a magical skill she's got. So she was in my main squad as well, and she's very useful and really powerful. And let's click on the 5th friend option here.
I need to thank you. You were there to help me save Laila Naed, and she means more than life to me. For that, I will help you do what you need to do. I will help destroy that demon of yours. I've learned to trust and respect you, Jin Carter. And those are two things I do not do lightly. There is truth and justice within you, even if you try to deny it. Do yourself a favor. Flow with the river.
And so this is the end of Cla'Lish story. Sad, tragic one, but it looks like that she found some happiness and peace riding together with Jin Carter, the main guy. And we are getting close to an end of our video. I highly recommend the game, both for the storyline and the gameplay itself. It has some interesting tactical battles, so go ahead, give it a shot. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.